Okay, we just got off the ship in Cozumel. We're heading to go grab our taxi so we can head to Mr. Sanchos for the day. There's a view of the ship so far. Everybody coming off. So we're in port with the Conquest. They just pulled in. So it's just us, the Celebrity Equinox, and say hi, Mark.
Hi.
And the Carnival Conquest in Cozumel. That's nice with just two ships. Okay, so we're walking through this port. We go find the taxi. A lot of shops in here that we're gonna check out on the way back from Mr. Sanchos. We've never been to this terminal. This is the one on the other side of what we usually go off of from Carnival. There's the ship behind there. A lot of good stores. Hopefully we can get some deals later. Maybe I can find something for my Lucy. Oh, there's the blankets. Ooh. Okay. Here's some rum. Okay, Mark's staying that way to the taxi. So I am going to pause right now. Here's more stores. There's the restrooms that way. Here's a boot store. Taxi now to the right. Okay. Jewelry stores, more clothing stores. Okay, we're out here by the taxis. We will see you when we get to Mr. Sanchos. To Mr. Sanchos, we're at our table. There it is, right by the beach. We got our beach chairs right there. There's not many people here yet. There's only 2 ships in. Now this is the new menu at Mr. Sanchos. So those are the appetizers up top. And then you got your the best of the beach.
Let's see what.
And then the beach classics. And then over here is the kids menu.
Somewhat.
Then on the other side is our drinks. So we got our margaritas and daiquiris. Then cocktails. So these are the rest of the cocktails. And then over here you got your beer and soda and bottled water. So there's our bottled water. I got me a pina colada. Mark got him a rum and coke. And this is our shrimp ceviche that we started with. And they also have a buffet here which we'll be trying out later. Okay, so I'm gonna go check out the buffet, but in the meanwhile you can see what it looks like, and then they have these beds, loungers that you can have along with your table. And then over here is the bar with some swings. And then they got the swim up pool. This is one of them. But it all goes way over there. That's where they do massages down there, and the kiddie pool's that way. But anyway, the buffet's up this way, so we're gonna head that way. And meanwhile, this is the pool with the swim up bar. So we're gonna be in it in a little bit. We'll have to see how warm the water is in the pool. But there's also these chairs, loungers you can have by the pool. And there's shops over that way. So here's the buffet area. We got plenty of tables under here. And it's nice and cool. Let's see what they have on the buffet today. We will start over this way. Okay, over here there's nachos. And then nacho cheese. And chili beans. And then there's wings here. Chicken wings. This is roasted potatoes. With lots of onions and peppers. This has no label, so let's see. Pasta. And then they got pizza. Look at that. So it looks like pepperoni. Then there's a pineapple pizza, plain cheese pizza, and another pepperoni. And this is, the tortilla shells. And red beans, no, refried beans on this side. And Mexican style rice on this side. And here we got chicken fajitas. And beef fajitas. And over here is the mixed ceviche, mixed fruit, pretty plant, pico de gallo. Oh, that says guacamole. Oh, they have it mixed up. That's the pico de gallo, and that's the guacamole. And that's it to the buffet. There's Mark on his swing at the bar.
Buenos días, hoy vamos a William que nos visita. Aquí Mr. Sanchos, feliz cumpleaños para William.
I'm at the bar right now, on the swing. Somebody's parasailing.
It looks like it's floating up there.
Yeah. So now it's starting to get packed here. I just had the buffet, and the buffet is delicious. The wings were awesome. The fajitas were so good. Now I'm going to go into the beach again and then get some sun.
Everyone speaks Spanish. I don't know what anyone is saying. A couple of weeks ago, I walked into the men's room. A guy said, "Hi, senor." I said, "Yeah, I've seen yours too." Everywhere I go. Philippines, they thought I was Filipino. Now, when I work on the ships, they make me clean my own cabin. If you see me in the hallway, don't be asking for extra towels. Everywhere I go, man, it's crazy. First time I traveled to Mexico, I bought some clothes. I get back home, my neighbor's angry. He says, "Larry, you should only buy clothes made by Americans." I said, "Don't get so uptight, they were made by future Americans." I did a show at Florida State a couple of years ago. A professor came up, said he could determine my ancestry by the structure of my cheekbones. That's embarrassing when guys look back there. Freaks in higher education. Crazy, crazy. Like sometimes on the ships, they'll have themes. I was on a ship recently, the theme was high school reunions. And they had one school celebrating 75 years high school. One couple. Then out of Long Beach, California, last year I was on the first ever marijuana cruise. I know there's some potheads sitting out there. It was a crazy cruise. No one used no one used the elevators. They just floated from deck to deck. It was the first time in history a cruise ship ran out of food. That was followed by the Vicodin cruise. We never left port and no one cared. It's all good. The casino, laughing all the way to the bank. Yeah. Spent the early years on the reservation. It was different than growing up in the city. First of all, my dad was a practical joker. I'll never forget the time he says, "Larry, stand up tall and be proud." So I did, and he pushed me out of the boat. I'm in the water yelling, "Dad, throw me a line, throw me a line." He says, "Two Apaches walk into a bar." Crazy life, crazy childhood I had. I was the youngest in the family. Who else was the youngest? You were the youngest. You know what I'm talking about then. I got all the hand-me-downs. I had 4 older sisters. 10-year-old transvestite running around the neighborhood. It was crazy, man. My sisters, oh boy. We didn't have a lot of money when we were youngsters. We had a roof over our head, food on the table, clothes on our back, but not a lot of extras, not a lot of toys. Like my sisters never had dolls, so when I was tiny, I was their Barbie doll. They would curl my hair, put makeup on me, dress me. One day my father walked in, he goes, "Who put that red dress on my son? It doesn't match his heels." So he bought me boxing gloves, tried to bring out the manliness in me, but none of the other boys in the neighborhood wanted to box with me. They thought I was crazy because I'd climb into the ring wearing my gloves, wearing my pink lipstick. Crazy childhood I had, crazy. My sisters, oh, they taught me everything they knew, and they knew nothing. They didn't know how to play baseball, basketball, football. So I never learned how to play baseball, basketball, football, but boy, could I hopscotch. My sisters taught me everything they knew. I'll never forget the first time I took a shower after gym class. All the boys had their towel around their waist. I had my towel around my chest. Almost there. It's evening and I'm making you happy. So if I see any of you ladies on the ship this week walking around wearing a red dress, I might come up and give you a big hug because you'll remind me of that generous one. And I'm going to keep hugging until you give me $10. Crazy, crazy times in my life. Crazy experiences. Loved them all. I love talking to the youngsters. Luca, do you get good grades? Yeah, you do. You seem like a bright kid. I was talking to a bunch of kids, the other crews up on the deck, and first, some of them are really sharp. Some of them, oh boy. I was talking to one kid, I could see the computer working in his eyes. He was sharp, I could see the computer working. Talking to another kid, I could see the computer working. Talking to a third kid, screensaver. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a lifeguard. Have you thought about your future? What do you want to be? A businessman? That really narrows it down. That's good. I like that because you're keeping your goals low. That's one of my main principles of life. You want to be happy every day, keep your goals low. I wanted to be a lifeguard when I was a kid, but there's always something that smashes your dream. I couldn't swim. They said, Larry, how do you expect to perform your duties as a lifeguard if you can't swim? I said, because of my philosophy of life, because I believe that when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. So this week, if I see you at one of the beaches or up on a swimming pool and you feel yourself going down for the third time and you see me standing there, you know it's over. Good news and I have bad news. What's the bad news? Well, they found your blood at the scene of the crime and the DNA test proved that you did it. What's the good news? Well, your cholesterol's only 110. I would have been a good lawyer. The judge would have said to you, Mr. Omaha, how does your client plead? I'll give you honor. Does that look like a face of a criminal? An idiot maybe, but not a criminal. There's no way he could have assaulted that man on the south side because we have video proof that at that time he was on the north side robbing a bank. That's my case. Life isn't fair. Do you know that, Luca? Life isn't fair. Have you learned that? Yeah, you're on a cruise you didn't pay for. I was on, do you all remember Captain Sully piloted the plane? Birds flew into the engines of the plane, killed the engines. He still managed to land that plane on the Hudson River, and all 110 passengers survived, and rightfully they called him a hero. But life isn't fair. The other day I was riding a bike, a bird hit me in the chest, I end up in the lake, they call me a stupid idiot. You know, Captain Sully could have been an even bigger hero if instead of landing on the Hudson River, he'd have landed on the polluted East River. The plane would have stayed on top. Passengers could have just walked ashore. Crazy.
Hey!